Welcome to this Starter Essential video tutorial on MESYS Rolling Bearing Calculation. In this session, we'll walk through the key steps from setup to result interpretation, using inputs and graphical outputs to assess bearing condition. Once the roller bearing calculation module launches, it starts on the General tab. So let's begin with the bearing setup. Under bearing geometry, you define all essential set of parameters. Geometry, load ratings or clearance can be entered manually or loaded from the database. Let's pick a deep groove ball bearing, one of 31 bearing types from the database filtered by diameter. Clearance can be given as an operating value or standard class. With unmounted clearance and tolerance defined, you can assign fits or use the define interference tool for guidance. If axial clearance exists, the field PA appears, allowing relevant input. Use the equals sign button to open a dialog with several preload options to choose from. For roller bearings, the profile and its definition length affect stiffness and contact response. Choose from standard ISO 6281, logarithmic, or fully custom profiles, even equation-based. Use the roller profile graphic for a clear visual confirmation. The bearing configuration option gives you the possibility to treat paired bearings as a group. Loads act at the group origin and no longer at the one on the single bearing. Preload or clearance is introduced via axial offset. Use load distribution or configuration graphics for specific visualization. Under the Material and Lubrication tab, you define material, lubrication, and contamination settings of your application. Assign materials, either from the database or via user input. Also assign lubricants by ISO VG class and ISO 4406 contamination level, also from the database or via custom input. Note that the material, lubricant, and contamination factor databases are easily extendable with user-specific content. When it comes to loading, MESYS allows you to define either a force or a displacement in each direction. Moment loads can be applied in Y and Z directions. Rotational speed and ring temperatures can also be defined in this section. When facts matter, the result overview gives quick access to key outputs. Use the extra menu to customize which values are shown here. Visual results such as load distribution, contact stress, and more appear instantly. Use parameter variation to explore system behavior. For example, how axial clearance affects stress or bearing life. The load spectrum feature lets you simulate complete application cycles. Each load case remains fully transparent for detailed insight and evaluation. At this point, we'd like to thank you for your attention. Hopefully, this tutorial has given you a solid impression of the value MESYS can offer, and we look forward to welcoming you again in a future session.